Building a base and placing defenses around that base is one of those intrinsically fun aspects of real-time strategy games. Hi, my name is Brett Norton, executive producer on Ashes of the Singularity 2, and this is a video dev journal on defenses and turtling up. Now, in Ashes of the Singularity 2, the map is divided into regions, and each region can only hold a limited number of buildings or other structures. In this case, my headquarters region has already used up all 5 of its slots, but over here in this other side region, I've only built a single one there and I've still got 4 open slots. Now, just because I've already used up all of the main building slots within a region doesn't mean I can't build defenses within there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my HQ, and you can see as I pop up the build menu, I still have options to place smaller defenses such as these vanguard turrets over here along the ridge line. So I'll fortify up my headquarters region, placing some nice cool defenses. As you can see, I can queue them up, build a couple at a time so I don't have to place them individually one at a time. And these workers will fly out and start constructing them in basically the order that I elected to place them down. I queue up one more, whatever the case may be. Now, I just saw some hostile jets fly by, which leads me to believe my opponents are going to hit me with some air. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of flak batteries down. Now, you can see flak batteries have a pretty large range, but they can't quite really cover much distance around all the buildings because I've chose to spread them out. So I can place a flak battery over here to cover this side and maybe a flak battery over here. So we'll place one closer to the HQ here, and we'll put another one down here. So it takes me 2 because I chose to spread this region's base buildings out quite a bit. But as you can see now, we'll have a pretty good coverage of anti-air across the whole region, and all the major structures will have a pretty wide berth around it. Go ahead and send these forces over here to attack into this region while those defenses are constructed and protect me. But way up here in this region, near the edge of my territory, I can see that there's another region over here, and I suspect pretty much so there's some enemy defenses around this relay structure. I'm going to go ahead and quickly grab a technology now to unlock the mortar turret for the UEF, and now I can place these turrets alongside the border of this region. It's a little risky, they're going to be exposed here, but it'll be fairly valuable if I can get a couple of these built because they have a long enough range. We'll zoom out so we can see it. A long enough range that you can see how they can just touch into the deep parts of the nearby territory. So by placing these mortar emplacements right along the edge of my region, they have just enough range that they should be able to sort of indirect fire artillery shells near that relay and take out any defenders that are trying to keep me from capturing it. While this thing is building, let's go ahead and cheat for a moment and speed things up so this gets done. All right, my mortar turrets come online. Now, they've got a built-in radar module, and you can see they've exposed several hostile radar signatures over here. They automatically start firing, and they're going to start shelling into the radar distance I can see, and you can see the impacts there lining up. So they're softening up the targets for me. Let's go ahead and grab the army that just captured this region, and then we'll move them in over here. With these mortar turrets here softening up the targets, I should have a pretty easy time taking over this region. So just because the defenses have to be placed in your region doesn't mean that they don't have necessarily the reach to fire into and harass your opponent from their regions. So you can use them somewhat offensively as well too if you're clever about where you place them and you're willing to take some risks on where you position them. Now, we do also have some defenses way into late game that have very long ranges and are very impactful. So don't think just because you are focusing on a turtling or defensive strategy you can't win, and sometimes you might find out that defense is the best offense. Thanks again for watching, and we hope that you'll wishlist Ashes of the Singularity 2 on Steam.